So now I'm happy to welcome Tim Neal to the stage to talk about building integrated social beautiful applications using web and also to show off the new browser. How's it going, Tim?
Oh, it's going great. Thanks.
All right. So where do you want to start? You want to show off this browser?
Yeah, sure. So I think one of the coolest things with the BlackBerry 10 browser is that it's actually built with web technology. So everything that you see around the UI of the application is all written in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So we have the exact same look and feel that we get from all of the Cascades applications of the BlackBerry 10 experience, but it's all built with web. So I think it's really cool, all the way from the swipe down gestures and everything that's a part of it.
So, I mean, again, it looks and feels and behaves exactly like the Cascades apps we've just been seeing, entirely built in web.
Absolutely, and I think one of the interesting things is that we've been learning, what works, what doesn't work, what performs well, and we've been contributing some of that knowledge back into open frameworks like jQuery Mobile or into our own little kind of homegrown toolkit called BBUI to be able to see how we can get web performing at that same level.
Yeah, I mean, nothing says more about our commitment to web as an equivalent platform to native than taking one of the most important applications on the platform, one that absolutely requires performance, and building it entirely in web.
Absolutely. So, I mean, we've done different things too. That you'd mentioned about being, top of the line on the HTML5 capabilities, and some of those things are stuff that traditionally hasn't been in the browser before, like media capture. And so we have an example here where we're able to actually allow front or rear camera capture and being able to bring that into the browser. So there's an up-close, kind of picture of myself there. So what you're able to do is a developer had created something here where they take canvas to be able to take the picture when you touch it. So let's see if we can put a hole right in my nose here, and there we get it exploding. So this is all being brought in from the video camera.
And this is all within the browser using the native HTML5 support, which we happen to be industry leaders in.
Yeah.
And what about going outside the browser, doing some of these things, but in applications that look and feel and behave just like native applications with no Chrome?
Sure. So we mentioned just briefly, we've been contributing and making sure that web frameworks work great on the BlackBerry platform, be able to create that same BlackBerry 10 experience in your application. So if you're a web developer, you can feel right at home in your technology and still have that same look and feel. So one of the things that we did as a bit of a demonstration here is a little application for my car. I like modifying cars and tinkering, get covered in grease and have lots of fun. So it kind of built it as a build log of the stuff that's going on for the car. So we've got all of our scrolling and capabilities that we have in here, creating that same look and feel. Even thought about, well, what would it be like if we went and we did something with an Adreno board or connecting with Bluetooth to the car and pairing up your car to be able to use those APIs, because you can bring up any of the native functionality into web and JavaScript on the platform as well. So if we were able to connect that car up, well, what are some of the different things that we might be able to do and say, well, you know what, I need in the trunk, so let's pop open the trunk and see the status that we've got going there. I need to unlock my doors, so let's do that. And well, in Canada, it gets a little cold in the wintertime. I've been loving the weather here, actually. It's much nicer than
yeah, we might stay.
And so, what I might need to do there is, warm up the engine and have things going so the car's nice and toasty warm when I get in. So I've got this connection back and forth with the car. We've been talking a lot about it, the QNX car stuff as well, and using HTML5 inside the car. So lots of great uses for the technology and being able to create really great looking applications using stuff other than native.
So, and again, you've got the look and feel, you have your action bar, your crosscut menus. I mean, all of this looks and feels and behaves just like a native application built entirely in web using our frameworks. So can we take a look and see, for a developer working in this technology, what does it actually look like in terms of the code?
Absolutely. So some of the different frameworks like jQuery Mobile or BBUI are very much DOM-oriented, so very similar to the stuff that you saw with Andrews up here showing Cascades. So we've got things like our tabs that are in here. I've got that main image at the top, then I've got my grid layout with the different photos, and I said I've got 2 columns, so everything will scroll automatically coming across there. My different image lists with items that I've got in them, and some of the different cool toolkits like jQuery Mobile use data attributes to say, well, this is a div, but make it look like a list item. So the toolkits will do all of that styling for you of the UI, right down into doing things like the action bar at the bottom, having your different actions or tabs and buttons and automatically doing the overflow for you. So it makes it really super easy. So that code that you saw laying out there is that entire application that we just showed for all of the content that's in there.
Well, this looks great. And all the APIs, when you showed Bluetooth in here as well, these are all available to a web developer. just as they're available to a native
Yeah,
developer?
so Bluetooth right now is one that we're looking to bring up on the platform, but one of the interesting things for the web platform is any of the APIs that are in native, you can bring in. So if there's a specific API that's not in the web platform there today, you can create your own extension, and we have labs and sessions going on over the next couple of days to show you how you can even bring up any kind of things, a favorite native library, right up into the web platform.
I mean, this looks great. Again, shows our commitment to web developers and making them equivalent partners on the platform. Thanks, Tim.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.